back. My name is Hannah, and today we are going to be going through my bookshelves and finding my summer TBR. I have not been doing very well with my Goodreads challenge. I think I have it set to like 5 books because last year I did terrible, and we're just not going to worry about it. But I do want to kind of catch up this summer. So we're going to be shopping my bookshelves and see what I can find. I'm sure we can find something. Okay, so the first book on my TBR pick is The Summer I Turned Pretty by Jenny Han. This is the same author who wrote To All the Boys I Loved Before, and I really liked. I also really enjoy the movies. Those are fantastic. There is a series on this one that I have really wanted to watch, and so I got all 3 of these. I did start this last winter, and I really enjoyed it. It just wasn't the right time, obviously. This is about Belly. That's her name. That's her nickname. I cannot for the life of me remember what her actual name is. So every summer, her and her family go to Cousins Beach, and when they go there, they always hang out with the neighbors, Conrad and Jeremiah, which are 2 brothers. It's definitely a love triangle. She really likes Conrad, but obviously there's going to be some brother swapping, I think, because there's 3 books. Okay. Yeah, I quite enjoyed it so far. Super short. And yeah, oh wow, what? I'm like halfway through this thing. Okay, yeah, this will be very easy to finish up. So yeah, that is the first one on my TBR. Next, I am very excited to read Wings of Starlight by Allison Saft. I have never read an Allison Saft book. I know she does young adult and just regular adult sci-fi, but this one is very exciting. It's actually like Disney, originally published this. It's about Queen Clarion from Tinkerbell. Is she the queen of all of Pixie Hollow or just the Spring Court? I think kind of both. If you've ever seen the movies, this one kind of follows what the 4th one kind of alluded to. So the 4th one, Tinkerbell finds out she has a sister in the winter woods, but spring fairies, warm season fairies, cannot go to the winter woods because they have different wings, and their wings will break because it's too cold for them over there. So this is about Queen Clarion when she was young. She's obviously a warm season fairy. This was before she was queen, and in the 4th movie, you kind of find out that her and the Winterwoods king or lord, I guess, kind of had a little fling, a little crush on each other when they were younger, and that's how he's on the back here, broke his wings, because if he, as a winter fairy, went over to the warm side, he also would have some damage to his wings. And it's all because of Queen Clarion and their little cute little dates that they went on. So this is very exciting. I loved Tinkerbell growing up. I mean, I still do. This is so good. I don't know how she got access to write this Disney original. This is fantastic. It's gonna be so good. It's gonna be great. I mean, I have really high hopes for this one. Okay, the next one I also have started in the winter. I don't know why I keep starting the summer books in the winter time, but it is The 5-Star Weekend by Elin Hilderbrand. I read Hotel Nantucket. Fantastic. This one is about Hollis Shaw. She's a food blogger, and her husband was killed in a car accident one morning, and it's kind of left her and her daughter in a not so good spot with their relationship. So she decides to host this weekend She wants to bring her daughter. She wants to bring like a person from like every season of her past, like her childhood best friend, like her high school best friend, college best friend. Oh, they're just gonna hang out in Nantucket, I guess. It says that the husband of Hollis's childhood friend, Tatum, arranges for Hollis's first love, Jack Finnegan, to spend time with them, stirring up old feelings. So it's gonna have some romance as well. I just like the idea of gathering 4 friends from different times, bringing them all together. Like, obviously, most of them don't know each other, so it'll be kind of a fun dynamic. But Elin Hilderbrand, I really like her writing. It just feels very fresh. It's not super heavy on the romance part, but it is a fun aspect of it. Definitely is more of a fiction book, which I'm just kind of into more. So this is going to be a good one for summer. Okay, the next book on my TBR is Anxious People by Fredrik Backman. I think this is going to be turned into a movie. I don't think there's anything summer related about it. I just went to read it. I think I'm just going to read the synopsis here. Looking at real estate isn't usually a life or death situation, but an apartment open house becomes just that when a failed bank robber bursts in and takes a group of strangers hostage. The captives include a recently retired couple who relentlessly hunt down fixer-uppers to avoid the painful truth that they cannot fix up their own marriage. There's a wealthy banker who's been too busy making money to care about anyone else, and a young couple who are about to have their first child but can't seem to agree on anything, from where they want to live to how they met in the first place. Add to the mix a 87-year-old woman who has lived long enough not to be afraid of someone waving a gun in her face. Oh, she's gonna be fun. A flustered but still ready to make a deal real estate agent. Oh man, he's gonna be fun too. And a mystery man who has locked himself in the apartment's only bathroom. What the heck? That's messed up. And you've got the worst group of hostages in the world. Each of them carries a lifetime of grievances, hurts, secrets, and passions that are ready to boil over. None of them is entirely who they appear to be, and all of them, the bank robber included, desperately crave some sort of rescue. As the authorities and the media surround the premises, these reluctant allies will reveal surprising truths about themselves and set in motion a chain of events so unexpected that even they can hardly explain what happens next. That'll be so interesting. I hope somebody gets the house at the end, but yeah, that will be a fun introduction to Fredrik Backman. The next book on my TBR is The Wedding People by Alison Espach. So this one is about Phoebe. She is taking this trip to Newport, Rhode Island, to the Grand Cornwall Inn, and she gets mistaken for one of the wedding guests in this wedding that's taking place at this inn. She's like the only person at the inn that's not a part of this wedding, so she kind of gets swooped up into that, and I think she becomes kind of close with the bride. There's not too much else that's said about it. That's pretty much what the synopsis says, but at the end it says, in turns absurdly funny and devastatingly tender, The Wedding People is ultimately an incredibly nuanced and resonant look at the winding paths we can take to places we never imagined and the chance encounters it sometimes takes to root at us. That sounds really cute. I actually did think this one was a thriller, so that's fascinating. Funny and deeply satisfying novel about a woman with nothing to lose, armed with a green dress, some chocolate wine, and a coconut pillow, cut loose to cause delightful mayhem. It's a story of lovers who turn into strangers, strangers who turn into friends, and the weird and wonderful connections that make us feel truly alive. I loved it. By Jenny Jackson, author of Pineapple Street. This one came out just last year, and I've heard pretty good things about it. I wouldn't be surprised if this one also turned into a movie. I do have another romance on this list for summer, and it is An Unlikely Proposition by Rosalind Eves. I read the first book in this series. These take place in Regency era, so Pride and Prejudice. Eleanor did not come to London to be proper and boring. After the death of her husband and a year of mourning, the 17-year-old wants nothing more than her independence and have a little fun. She's not looking to remarry, but she devises a plan that includes a fake engagement. Okay, but maybe she falls for the guy. And then it follows Talia, who I believe is in the first one, is hoping to begin afresh after a disastrous first season in London, this time with no romantic distractions, only her work as a poet and newfound companion to Eleanor. Determined to get her poems published, Talia struggles to be taken seriously as a female writer. As the spring progresses, she does not expect to take interest in a man from her past, but some feelings demand to be felt, even if the timing isn't quite right. This is gonna be great. It's gonna be so cute. The next book, we are gonna be moving on to my other favorite thing to read in summer, which is thrillers, of course. And I have Never Lie by Frida McFadden. I think I've read 4 books this year, and 3 of them have been Frida. I read all of The Housemaid, and she kind of got me out of my slump a bit. Very easy thrillers, nothing much to them. This one is about a couple newlyweds. They're newlyweds, and they are trying to find a house. They find a house. It belonged to Dr. Adrian Hale. Then a violent winter storm traps them at the house, so they're stuck there. And they find Dr. Hale's cassettes, like cassette transcripts, because he was, I wonder if he must have been a therapist, because it says sessions with patients. Oh, he was a psychiatrist. Okay. They stumble along his cassette tapes and they listen to each one, which, dang, you shouldn't be doing that, but they listen to each one, and it slowly uncovers the mystery of how this doctor went missing. And there may be some things with the house that will have them questioning why they bought it in the first place. So that sounds fun. Great times. I need more thrillers. Yay. The next book is Middle of the Night by Riley Sager. He's one of my favorite thriller authors ever. What? This blurb says, I read all of Riley Sager's novels and Middle of the Night is my new favorite. Okay. I think my favorite right now, the only one left was really good. Okay, but this one. The worst thing to ever happen on Hemlock Circle occurred in Ethan Marsh's backyard. One July night, a 10-year-old Ethan and his best friend and neighbor Billy fell asleep in a tent set up on the lawn in New Jersey. In the morning, Ethan woke up alone. During the night, someone had sliced the tent open with a knife and taken Billy. He was never seen again. 30 years later, Ethan has reluctantly returned to his home. Plagued by bad dreams and insomnia, he begins to notice strange things that happen in the middle of the night. Someone seems to be roaming the cul-de-sac at odd hours, and signs of Billy's presence keep appearing in Ethan's backyard. Is someone playing a cruel prank, or has Billy, long thought to be dead, somehow returned to Hemlock Circle? The mysterious occurrences prompt Ethan to investigate what really happened that night, a quest that reunites him with former friends and neighbors that leads him into the woods that circled Hemlock Circle. Woods where Billy claimed ghosts roamed and where Mysterious Institute does clandestine research on a crumbling estate. The closer Ethan gets to the truth, the more he realizes that no place, be it quiet forest or suburban street, is completely safe, and that the past has a way of haunting the present. Best cover for sure out of all his books, and I'm excited about it. So that is my other thriller. Here they all are. How many was that? 1, 2, 3, 8 books. Anyways, those were all the books I'm hoping to read in the summer months. I am ready to get started on it. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next one. Bye.